Well, heavy rain from Typhoon Khanun pounds southern regions of South Korea and Japan. The storm has made landfall on the southeast coast of South Korea. Warnings have been issued across the country, with more than 330 flights canceled and more than 10,000 people evacuated. South Korea is still recovering from intense monsoon rains last month, which killed more than 40 people. The storm is still wreaking havoc in Japan's Okinawa region. The Japan Meteorological Agency has issued heavy rains and high wind warnings. Meanwhile, another storm, Lan, has formed in the Pacific south of Japan. It's predicted to strengthen as it heads north, possibly affecting Tokyo early next week. The two storms arrive at the start of Japan's peak summer holiday season. Well, at least 6 have died due to the wildfires raging in Hawaii's Maui Island. Officials say the western side of the island, including a tourist resort, was nearly cut off, with only one highway still open. Hawaii officials believe the death toll could still rise. They also warn tourists against traveling to Maui for now.
We are still in a search and rescue mode, and so I don't know what will happen to that number. We've had many dwellings, businesses, structures that have been burnt, many of them to the ground, mostly in our Lahaina neighborhoods in our Lahaina area.
We are strongly discouraging non-essential travel to Maui, but the airports are still operating efficiently. Right now, last night we had 2,000 people staying over at the airport who got stuck either on the, because they couldn't get on the red eye or they were waiting for other flights to come in.
Violence rocks Ecuador's presidential election campaign. Presidential candidate Fernando Villavicencio shot in the head at a campaign rally. The Attorney General said a suspect in the assassination has died from injuries sustained during a shootout with police. Last week, Villavicencio said he and his team had been threatened by the leader of a gang linked to drug trafficking. Economic tensions between the U.S. and China continue to simmer. U.S. President Joe Biden just signed a new executive order curbing U.S. investments in some Chinese tech firms. The new measure targets investments in semiconductors and microelectronics, quantum computing, and some artificial intelligence systems. The U.S. says the order was intended to address national security risks. The latest move drawing criticism from China. It says the U.S. politicizes technology and trade issues, using them as a weapon against Beijing. The regulation will only apply to future investments and is expected to be implemented next year. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un dismisses his top military general as he called for more preparations for war. Kim made that announcement at a meeting of the Central Military Commission as they discussed plans for countermeasures to deter North Korea's enemies. He also ordered a boost in weapons production and an expansion of military drills. The reclusive nation's defense minister has been tapped to lead the military. President Marcos hikes the incentives given to national team athletes. Marcos doubled the cash reward given to Filipino athletes who participated in the 32nd Southeast Asian Games and the 12th ASEAN Paralympic Games. In a speech, the president told the athletes he was embarrassed with the support government had been giving them. Marcos assured the national team members their sacrifice will be rewarded.
Pinagmamalaki namin kayo. Dapat naman may susuklian naman namin ang inyong ginawang sakripisyo, ang inyong dinala na dangal para sa ating mahal na Pilipinas. Kaya't asahan ninyo na sa administrasyon nito ay gagawin natin ang lahat para masuportahan natin at ipalabas natin ang kagalingan, ang husay ng ating atleta. Kaya't gumawa kami ng paraan at gagawa kami ng plano na susuportahan natin, lalo na ang basta't Philippine team na athletes at saka coaches at saka trainers at saka mga nutritionists at saka pati na yung mga driver, pati na yung lahat.
The Philippines placed 5th in the SEA Games medal tally with 58 medals, including 34 golds. A new giant art installation takes center stage in a real estate development spanning the border of Pasig and Quezon City. Made of perforated stainless steel, the Victor stands 60 meters, making it taller than New York's Statue of Liberty. For more on this story, head on over to news.abs-cbn.com. United Airlines says its new direct flights from San Francisco to Manila will not just be good for its business, but also for the Philippine tourism industry. Meanwhile, Philippine Airlines not too worried about the entry of new competition. Jackie Pascual has more.
United Airlines, a major American airline, will begin its first non-stop flight between Manila and San Francisco in October. This will be the only direct flight operated by a U.S. carrier between the Philippines and the mainland U.S. United says it sees the Asia-Pacific as an area of growth post-pandemic as demand for travel among Americans grows.
Our customers in the U.S. have been bitten by the international travel bug, and they want to get out and travel. And the travel demand from the United States is exploding. The international traffic is definitely growing very fast.
With a direct flight, Manila is now included in United's flight network that could potentially bring in more tourists to the country.
Having a U.S. carrier serve this market will actually generate more traffic to the Philippines because we have a large customer base in the United States that maybe wouldn't have thought of going to the Philippines.
Flight from San Francisco will start on October 29 and the flight from Manila will begin the day after. It will utilize the Boeing 777 aircraft with a sitting capacity of 350. Philippine Airlines, the only other airline with direct flights to the U.S., is unfazed with its new competitor in the route.
For me personally, I'm not that worried.
Why not?
In the first place, I always tell my team, and that's kind of my mindset. Anything that's a good business model, anyone can come in and copy or do exactly the same. But it's really the details on how you execute and how you differentiate yourself from your competitors that's really gonna make you successful. So having said that, we've been trying to improve on our products.
PAL says it has placed an order for new planes to expand its network. United, meanwhile, also is expecting the arrival of 2 new aircraft every week this year and 3 new planes every week next year. Jackie Pascual, ABS-CBN News.